Dear students, today we'll be doing question number 4 of T.S. Grewal's book. So let me show you question number 4. So this is question number 4. Pass necessary journal entries for the following transactions. So first transaction, I hope you'll be able to see this numerical on your screen. Paid salary, rent, wages, then purchase goods from Hari 30,000 at 10% discount, trade discount at 2% cash discount. Payment was made immediately, paid to Raju in cash rupees 7 paid to Raju rupees 5,000 in cash and 7,000 by check. Then goods sold to Roma for rupees 5,000 at 20% trade discount and 3% cash discount. Payment was received immediately. Goods sold to Ramesh 8,000 and he paid 5,000 by check immediately. Additional capital introduced as cash and delivery van by the owner. And the next one is cash paid to Anil 975, discount received 25, then paid to Raju rupees 1,000 in cash and 2,000 by check. Paid rupees 4,500 to Mohan in settlement of his account for rupees 5,000. So let us do this numerical by making journals. So I have made this format. So I'll be reading the transaction. You also open question number 4 of T.S. Grewal's book. Page number, this is question number 4 of T.S. Grewal's book. And page number 8.49. So we'll be learning how to make the journal entry of these transactions. So let us read. The first transaction is on 5th April. Paid rupees 20,000 rent, 5,000 wages and 6,000 by check. So I'll be reading some rough sheet before that. So what is happening in this first transaction and why I have chosen this particular case? Because in this you will be learning compound journal entry. We have done simple journal entry, but here we will be focusing more on compound journal entry, where you know that in case of compound journal entry you will be debiting 2 items together or crediting 2 items together, or 2 items debit, 2 items credit. So what is happening in the first transaction? We are paying salary, we are paying rent, wages and all these by check. Salary, rent, wages. This is transaction number 1. Salary, rent, wages and all these items. Let me write the amounts also. 20,000, then 5,000 and 6,000. So total is 31,000 and we are paying this through check. Check means our bank is involved. So let us make the analysis, then only we will be able to do it. So while analyzing and making analytical table, I am writing here analytical table. You know the format of analytical table. This is my date and here I'll be writing accounts involved, then a type of account, rule applicable, and then here this is the format of journal. So here I can write journal. This is my date column and then particulars, where I'll be writing debit accounts and credit amount. This is ledger folio, this is debit amount in rupees and credit amount in rupees. So I'll be making the full analysis. In the first case, there are 4 accounts involved and the date is 5th April. April 5, or you can write 5/4 also, that is also correct. So accounts involved are salary and rent, wages and bank also. And let me remind you the rules also, so that you will be able to connect the rules. Rule for asset, expense, capital, liabilities and income or revenue, and this is expense or losses, and here it is debited and credit. So asset increase, if there is increase in asset it will be debited, if there is increase in expense it will be debited, decrease in expense credit. Likewise opposite rule for capital, increase in capital means credit. Likewise will be following these rules. So let me read all these rules once again, though we have been doing it again and again. So for asset, increase will be debited, decrease will be credited, and then for expense, increase in expense debit, or when you incur expense debit and expense decreases credit. Capital, if capital increases give credit, if decreases give debit. Liability, same rule, liability increases credit, decreases debit. Income or revenue increases credit and decreases debit. So here 4 accounts are involved, and what are the types of accounts? Salary is your expense, rent is also expense, and wages is also expense, but bank is your asset. So which rule will be applicable for all these expenses? These expenses are increasing, so increase in expense debit and decrease in asset is credit. So let us record this in this format. Date is 5/4, so we'll be giving debit to salary account debit, rent account debit, then wages account debit to bank account. So here how much salary we are giving? 20,000 salary, 5,000 rent and 6,000 wages. And the total is 31,000, and you need to write the narration also. In narration I told you need to write just briefing and put being salary. I'm speaking being salary, rent and wages are paid through check. So let us move to the next journal entry, and here this is a compound journal entry because we are debiting more than one account. So move to the next one. Next is on 7th April, and the transaction is purchase goods from Hari for rupees 30,000 at a 10% trade discount and 2% cash discount. Payment was made immediately. So for this also we will be needing rough sheet for working column, but you need to show this in the main working column. I don't have space here, that's why I'm using a separate sheet. So purchase of goods, we are buying goods in this second transaction. Purchase goods rupees 30,000, on which we are getting a trade discount of 10%. So I told you whenever trade discount is there, you need to deduct this trade discount first. So trade discount here is how much? It is 10% on this, 10% on invoice price 30,000. So 10% of this will be 3,000 will be deducted, and then now you are required to pay 27,000 after getting a discount of 3,000. Though there is no journal entry of trade discount, there is no recording of trade discount, but it has to be deducted from the invoice. And after that you are getting a cash discount. So cash discount has to be deducted. So how much cash discount? We are getting 2% cash discount. So we do need to calculate 2% of 27,000. So if you calculate 2% of 27,000, it will be 540. So deduct 540 from this. And then you will be able to get after discount 06462. 26,460 is the net amount paid, and this amount is paid immediately. And what is the nature of this cash discount? We are receiving. Receiving means this is our income. So let us see the accounts involved here. So how many accounts are involved? When you are buying goods, number one, purchases, and then there is no journal entry for trade discount. So next is cash discount, and moreover cash also. So purchase is your expense and cash discount is your income, and cash is your asset. So what is happening to expense? Expense increase. Expense increase means debit, and here income is increasing. So increase in income is credited, and decrease in asset. Decrease in asset will be credited. So let us frame the journal entry. And one more important thing or important tip I want to tell you is that cash discount or cash will always come together. Like for example, if you are debiting cash, you will be observing that you are debit cash discount also. And if you are crediting cash, you will be crediting cash discount also. But that's another issue. You should follow the rules of debit and credit for recording it. So finally I will be recording this transaction 74 purchase account debit, then to cash account, and to discount received. So purchase is debited with how much? We have written 27,000. And how much net cash we are paying? Net cash we are paying is 26,460, and discount received is 540. And you can mention in narration, being goods are purchased at a trade discount, you need to mention trade discount in the narration. Trade discount of 10% and cash discount of 2%. Now we'll move to the next one. Next is on 15th April. Let me read the transaction first. Paid to Raju rupees 5,000 in cash and 7,000 by check. So you are making 5,000 payment in cash and 7,000 payment by check. So here also how many accounts are involved? There are 3 accounts involved. Number 1, you are making payment to Raju. So Raju account is there, and cash and bank. Raju is, you are making payment to Raju, so Raju is your liability. Cash again asset, and this is also asset. Now let us see what is happening to liability. Your liability decreases. Decrease in liability. So decrease in liability, you know the rules. Decrease in liability will be debited. And assets, here asset is also decreasing. Decrease in asset, decrease in asset. So what is to be done when asset decreases? Credit and credit. So final entry will be final entry on 15th April. Raju account debit to cash account and to bank account. And normally this account is not written in front of the name of the person, so you can remove this account. Simply you can write Raju debit. So Raju debit to cash to bank. How much cash we are paying? 5,000 cash, 5,000 credit amount in front of credit, then 7,000 bank, and the total is 12,000. And you can very well mention the narration being payment is done to Raju through cash as well as through check. Now move to the next one. Next transaction is on 18th April. So goods sold to Roma for 5,000 at 20% discount, trade discount and 3% cash discount. Half the payment was received in cash. So here you need working notes, and you need to show these working notes in the main area. Don't show working notes in between journal entry. You need to keep a particular space. You need to check how much space you will be requiring to complete full journal entry, and after that you can start the working note. So this is working note of 18th April transaction. So let us see what is there in this particular transaction. Goods sold to Roma for rupees 5,000. So let us deduct trade discount first. Trade discount is 20% on this. So 20% on 5,000 will be 1,000. So 1,000 trade discount is deducted, 4,000 next. And what is happening after that? 50%, just wait. Goods sold with 20% trade discount, 3% cash discount. Half of the payment was received immediately. So half of the payment, whenever such type of questions are there, always make a flow chart. So half payment is done and half is not done. So let us see half of 4,000. Half of 4,000 will be 2,000. And when you are making payment, you must be getting a cash discount. Sorry, here we are receiving because we are doing sale. This is a case of sale. So discount allowed. How much discount we are allowing? We are allowing a discount to allow 3%. So 3% on 2,000. So it will be 60 rupees. So finally we'll be getting 1940 from Roma, and half of 4,000 is 2,000. This will be a credit sale. So we need to record this detail. So how many accounts are involved? Number one, we are receiving cash, so one is cash. Second, we are allowing discount, so discount allowed. So let us write there only. First is cash, then discount allowed, and after that your debtor, name of the debtor is Roma, and the last account is sales. Nature of cash, it's an asset. Increase in asset is to be debited. Discount allowed is your expense because we are ready to accept the less money. So expense, increase in expense has to be debited. Roma is your asset. Increase in asset, again it is to be debited. And sale is your income or revenue. Revenue is a better word because revenue includes a part of, say, income or profit. So increase in revenue is credited. So let us frame the journal entry here. It will be cash account debit, discount allowed account debit, You need to write in full. I don't have the space, that's why I'm writing in short. Roma account, Roma debit. Don't write any account in front of name. And to sales account. And how much in cash we'll be writing? 1940. Why 1940? Because we are getting only 1940 and this is my discount amount. So discount is 60. I told you that discount and cash, they will always come, they always either be debited or credited. And the next is Roma. It will remain debit with 2000 and the sale is 4000. So you will not be crediting sales with 5000 because trade discount has to be deducted. So I hope this treatment is clear, how we frame the journal entry with the help of analytical table, because this analytical table is very useful. You will be able to analyze the transaction and proper application of rules of debit and credit is there. And I hope you will be able to write the narration. Being goods sold to Roma and 50% is paid through cash and she availed a discount at the rate of 3%. Now let us move to the next transaction. And here also the analytical table is ready. So here we'll be writing a date, accounts involved, then type of account. In types there are 5 types, as you already know. 5 types are asset, liability, capital, income and expense. And rule applicable. So here this is the format of journal. Date, particulars, LF, debit amount and credit amount in rupees, and here I can mention this is a analytical table, right? So let us start this analytical table. Further transaction is on 20th April. So transaction on 20th April. And then let me read the transaction. Goods sold to Ramesh for 8,000. He paid 5,000 by check immediately. So when you are selling goods to Ramesh, number one, Ramesh is there and he is paying a check. So we are assuming that whenever check is received, there are various types of issues against it. But here we are assuming that the check has been deposited immediately. So your bank balance will be involved and there is a sale also, because you are whatever you are receiving, this is through sale. So Ramesh is your debtor, or you can say it's an asset, because we normally write the main content asset. Bank is again your asset, and sale you can strike it off debtor, and asset is a better option, and sale will come under the category of revenue. So what is happening to Ramesh or to asset? Asset is increasing because you are doing sale. So increase in asset, debit. You are receiving check, so increase in asset is also debit, and increase in revenue is credited. So let us frame the journal entry. Journal entry will be Ramesh debit. Don't write account in front of this, and you are receiving a check with the assumption that check has been deposited on the same day into the bank. So Ramesh debit, how much cash he is paying? 5,000 check, not cash. He is paying a 5,000 check immediately, and the total sale was 8,000. So still left is 3,000, and you can mention being goods sold to Ramesh and partial money is received through check. Now the next one is on 25th April. Let us see the transaction. Additional capital introduced, cash and delivery van, rupees 50,000. So here the accounts involved are cash and delivery van, and these things are introduced by the owner. So capital, cash is your asset, and this is your capital. So what is happening to the assets? Assets are increasing. Increase in asset will be debited. What is happening to the capital? Capital is also increasing. So your journal entry will be cash account debit, delivery van, which is your asset. Owner is putting his personal asset into the business, to capital, and the amounts are 10,000 and 50,000. 10 and 50, and total is 60 in the outer column. And the next one is, and you can write the narration. So the next is 26(4). Cash paid to Anil 975, discount received 25. So we are making payment to Anil. So one Anil is involved, cash and discount received. So when we are making payment to Anil, our liability reduces, but it's our liability. In the next column we can write decrease in liability will be debited, and cash is our asset. What is happening to asset? Asset is also decreasing, decrease in asset. Credit, discount received is your income. So what is happening to income? Income is increasing, increase in income, credit. So see how varieties are there. One is liability, asset and income. All the three are from different categories. So here Anil will be debited, and the date is 26th April. Anil's account debit to cash account and to discount received account. And how much in Anil's account? In Anil's account we'll be writing just wait, we'll write how much is received from him, and discount is 25. So Anil account is debited with 1,000. And you can mention the narration being cash paid to Anil 975 and discount received is 25. Next transaction is on 30th April. So keep on writing narration. I am not writing because of shortage of time, as well as I don't have the space also. But otherwise your marks will be deducted if you are not writing the narration. Paid to Raju rupees 1,000 in cash and 2,000 by check. So earlier also we make the payment. So now we are paying to Raju. How much we are paying? 1,000 in cash and 2,000 by check. So we are paying to Raju. So one is Raju, then cash and bank. Raju is our liability. Decrease in liability is debited. Then cash is our asset, and this is also our asset. And what is happening to these two assets? Decrease in asset. So decrease in asset will be credited. So you can frame the journal entry on 30th April. Raju, you always write the debit amount first. So Raju's debit to cash account and to bank account. How much in Raju's column? We'll be writing 3,000 here, 1,000 under cash and 2,000 under bank. And you can write the narration also. Now move to the next one. Narration will be being cash paid rupees 1000, bank 2000 to Raju. Now next transaction is on 30th April again. So date wise we are recording systematically by following the rules of debit and credit. Paid rupees 4800 to Mohan in full settlement of his account of 5000. So here also we are making payment to Mohan. So when you make payment to Mohan, three accounts are involved, Mohan, and we are making payment. Nothing is mentioned, so we are making payment through cash and we are receiving discount also, discount received. So Mohan, decrease in liability, or first of all we'll write liability, decrease in liability will be debited. So this is same as this, cash is your asset, asset is also decreasing, decrease in asset, credit, and then discount received is your income. So income is increasing, increase in income is credit. So let us frame the journal entry on 30th April, and I told you after writing narration you need to put a horizontal line after every transaction. This line has to be there. Like this, not up till this, only till this point it has to be there. After narration, student used to ignore narration, but you need to write narration for every transaction. So the next one is Mohan account debit, Mohan debit, and to cash and to discount received account. How much in Mohan? We are making full payment, full settlement 5000, and the payment we are making 4800, so 200 will go to discount received. So this is how all the compound journal entries will be done. And in today's lecture we have learned the calculation of trade discount and how it is used, how it is deducted before calculation of cash discount, and we must have learned the recording of various transactions. So you also try the same numerical by making this analytical table. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.